What's up, everybody? It's the end of June, so this is my June unboxing. This one actually has something a little different, something I've never picked up before. So let's see how it actually turned out. Let's see. So this one has a little bit of gold and silver. With everything going on, gold's not cheap right now, but it's actually not super expensive, especially with the rise in the premiums the last couple months. End of March, early April, prices were crazy to even get anything. So it looks like stock of precious metals has gone back up, at least for the short term. We'll see how that actually plays out. But I still think that, even though this whole market is super manipulated, this is still a good time to be picking it up, because as every day it's something new with different news, different things like that. One day there is going to be a huge spike in things like these. So, if you're doing it as a quote unquote investment, which I don't really see it as an investment, it's more as a protection of value. If you're speculating on something like this, you're buying it to sell it at a higher price later. What happened in March should show you that those times are going to, they are going to come, because even though the actual spot price of the metals, it did go up in March with this whole situation. What really went up was the premiums on things, because you couldn't, you could go online and try to get, gold or silver. It was very difficult, and if you were able to find, what you were looking for, it had a huge markup on it. So while that markup has come down quite a bit, prices have risen slightly, and so it's still a good time to buy in if you've been on the sidelines. So let's start. Let's see what we got. Okay, so first, this box is from JM Bullion, my go-to. That with Amex are probably the two places that I buy from the most. I really want to give Amex more of a try. I think when I start buying more silver again, I'm going to give, Amex some of my business depending on what they have. But let's start with this bad boy. This is a 1/4 ounce American Eagle. Nothing super fancy about it. Let's get a look at that. The only bad part about the Eagles is they are very similar. There's no difference with them. Let's see if I can get a better. This is the 1/4 ounce. I thought about buying the 1 ounce coins. I think at some point I'm just going to start going exclusively 1 ounce coins. The thing is, what I keep thinking is that if the price does skyrocket on them, on gold or silver, I don't know that I'm going to want to liquidate. Let's say gold goes to $5,000 an ounce. I don't know if I'm going to want to sell $5,000 at a time. The 1/4 ounce is still a good amount, where if gold is 5,000, so this coin alone will be $1,500. Does gold look like it's going to be at 5,000 anytime soon? Not necessarily, but could it? Absolutely. Just like anything else. Price is not rational. People think that, price has to be based on fundamental things, that the price of this or that. No, it's completely irrational, just like the stock market. It's not based on fundamentals. It's based on who's going to pay you for what. So something like this, could it be worth $1,500 by itself in the future? Absolutely. So this was not my first pickup of American Gold Eagle, but this one's the 1/4 ounce. So another addition to my stock. This, on the other hand, is my first purchase of this particular coin. So this one is the Queen's Beast 2 ounce silver piece. So with this coin, it's actually really nice. It's got a really nice finish to it. Very shiny, looks very well struck. If there's such a thing as high quality, it does look very high quality. That's the front. The back is obviously the Queen. With this coin, the reason I went for this, again, this is a 2 ounce coin. I think this one was about $50, something like that. 40. It was in the 40s, I believe. So there is definitely a markup on this. As far as over spot price, which spot right now is like $17 for silver. So theoretically, it should be somewhere around $34, $35 for this coin. This one's in the 40s, so it does have a markup, but it is a really nice coin. And myself personally, I've been looking at my stack, and you know, I have a lot of generic silver bars, that kind of thing. So I'm feeling pretty good about the ounces that I have. But I want to add a few pieces that I actually like to look at. Something like this fills that void. It is a nice piece. I mean, if I had a stack of these, I'd feel pretty good about it, even though it's just silver. And they do make, I believe, gold and platinum versions of these coins. I actually think it depends on the year as far as what animal is on it. So there's different ones. There's like the lions, and this one has the bull on it. But I think things like this are important. As I've said in my other videos, you do all obviously want to keep price in mind. You don't want to overpay for things. As you know, a few years ago, people were really into the Chinese pandas and the kookaburras and kangaroos and different things, and people paid some nice markups for those. But I think a lot of that, just my opinion, I think a lot of that's fizzled out. I think now people are just more into it for, you know, the coin itself, and the price of the metal, especially in a time like this when, you know, everything's very chaotic. I don't think people are, you know, buying the hobby stuff or the collector stuff as much. I could be wrong. I could be way off, but that's just my opinion. Again, with this one, it's a 2 ounce. It's got a nice weight to it. It's a good looking coin. I mean, if you just, you know, if you left this around the house or something and someone saw it, they'd look at it. It's that nice when you look at it. And so something like this that costs a little bit more versus like a generic round, although some of the rounds by themselves are pretty nice too. This one's nice. And I think having things like this added to your stack really will give you that sense of accomplishment and a sense of purpose as far as why you're doing it. You know, again, with stacking precious metals, it's not always the easiest thing to convince yourself, like, because, you know, when you don't have your stack with you and you think about your stack, it's just a big pile of metal. But having things like this that, you know, while they're not super high priced collector pieces, there's something that, you know, will catch your eye and that you'll look at every time you pull it out. So if you can have more things like this gives you, you know, that little extra oomph to keep going when you're stacking. But this one, again, is my first Queen's Beast. I'm actually thinking of adding a platinum 1 ounce Queen's Beast for next month. We'll see if that comes to pass or not, just because prices are, you know, an ounce of platinum, you're looking at close to $1,000 for a coin of probably this same size. Not as heavy as this because it's a 2 ounce. But as you can see, also, it has a nice ridging around the sides. It looks really well machined, which makes it a really nice coin. So if I do pick that up, you'll see that on my next unboxing video sometime next month. But just wanted to show you my first Queen's Beast so that you could share in my joy. All right. See you guys next time. Take care.